Hi, hello, I'm teacher Marian and welcome to Quarter 3, Module 1 video lesson in Technology and Livelihood Education. So to start, we are now in Quarter 3, Module 1 in Technology and Livelihood Education or TLE. In today's module, we will be tackling about entrepreneurship, specifically about selling products based on needs and demands in school and community. So before we start, let us first know our objectives in this lesson. So after going through this module, you are expected to plan simple products to sell, produce simple products to sell, identify the steps in making simple products, and cite examples of goods and services in different production areas. Okay, so I think we are now ready for our lesson. First, in your module, we have there the what I know. So in the what I know activity, you have there fill in the blanks. So the direction is telling fill the blanks with the correct word or words to complete the sentence. Choose the answer from the box. So there is a green box. So you can see there are words in it. There are 10 words, and below the box is the sentence that you will complete. So let us first read the words in the box. Materials, creativity, interview, tools, innovativeness, needs, resourcefulness, survey, demand, and budget. So these are the words that you are going to use to complete the sentence below. Now, I will be going to read the sentence for you. Listen carefully. Boys and girls like you can be entrepreneurs by using your blank, blank, and blank. To ensure that your products can be sold, you need to make blank in your school or neighborhood. To find out the blank of your potential customers, you can blank your schoolmates or neighbors to find out what goods or products are in blank. Once you have identified the needs or demands in your locality, you can now plan on what products to sell. You need to plan on your blank, blank, and blank needed. So that's it. Now I want you to answer that one. So you already have answered the first activity. Now let's move on to our discussion of this lesson, for this lesson. So our lesson is to produce simple products. Now, this lesson aims to develop your holistic knowledge values, and skills to be an ideal entrepreneur. This will serve as your weapon to start a simple business despite of the competition on the real world. So when we say entrepreneur children, it means having, if you are a person is called an entrepreneur if he or she has a business. It doesn't need to be a big business like having a big store or having a store in the mall, having a big hardware or salon. It means having a business. It may be small or big. So when you are making your own money, you are already called, when you're making your own money through selling products or services, you are already called an entrepreneur. So let's move on. In what's in? Now, we have here an activity, and you're going to answer this one. The direction is study the meaning of each word below. Match column A with the correct meaning in column B. So I will be going to read first column A and then column B. Column A, number 1, creative. Number 2, inventive. Number 3, resourceful. Number 4, observant. Number 5, potential entrepreneur. 6, survey. 7, repack. And 8, retailing. So for column B, we have A, to sell in small quantities. B, to bundle goods in smaller quantity or amount. C, make an examinations or inspections. D, one who has the possibility or power to overcome a business person. E, attentive, or one who takes notice. F, quick in planning, one who resorts to help or supply. G, to invent or devise. And letter H, constructive. So in this activity, you're going to match the words from column A to its exact or to its correct meaning in column B. So you may now start answering. Now let's proceed to the next part, which is in what's new. Now in what's new, it says, look at the pictures. You have there 5 pictures. What kind of goods do the sellers sell? So let's look first, number 1, picture number 1. So you have here a picture of a store. What is the lady selling? Yes, you may see some coffees, different kinds of coffees, different variants of coffees. There is some, yes, very good. We can see a milk, a fabric conditioner, some, what else? Yeah, some canned goods. Yes, there is also sodas and some energy drinks. Okay, very good. Now let's have number 2. Yes, that's number 2. And it is very obvious that the lady is selling vegetables. Very good. Yes. We can see eggplants, onions, leafy vegetables like our favorite alugbati and Petchay. Very good. Number 3. Yes, most most of our favorite. No, is most of us eat this one. No, we love to eat this one, especially after meal. We have, okay, the lady is selling fruits. Very good. She's selling apples, grapes. You can see what else? Yeah, papaya, poncan, and a lot more fruits. Very good. Let's move on to number 4. Yeah, you can see, or we can see that the lady is selling meat. Yes, she is selling meat products. And I think in this picture, it is a meat of a cow. Yes, very good. Now let's move on to number 5. Okay, in this picture, we have a man selling. Yes, you're right. He is selling eggs. Um, he has maalat na itlog, that egg which is in purple or in red violet color, and he also have the one in brown, which is, I think that is that is native eggs, no? And the one that we always buy is in white color. Yes, okay, so the man is selling grapes. Now, very good. You have identified the seller's products, or the seller's, yes, the seller's products in their stores, in their business. Okay, now let's move on to to the next part. In what is it? Okay, in this part, we are going to tackle this one. I am going to explain so you will understand more of this lesson. Okay, so I want you to listen, and in your you may read with your eyes. Okay. Have you ever thought of starting your own business? Yes, I think you have, because in today's generation, we have the social media, and in social media, you can post anything you want, including your business. If so, it might be a good start with your hobby or interest. It is easier to work on something that you are already passionate about. Children like you, whose parents earn their livelihood selling in sari-sari store, a grocery store, or other types of store, learn early in life the ropes of business. So if you have parents, or if your family has already business, then that lucky for you, because you are already exposed in this kind of field. No, you're already exposed in business. So when you started helping your parents in your business, you will learn a lot of things. No? When you help in selling, you learn simple business transactions. You learn how to deal with customers, how to compute, how to give change, and how much change is for denominations. You acquire knowledge about the goods you sell and can provide this informative to your buyers. Later, you can even invent or create goods to sell in addition to what you are already selling. Okay, so when you want to start a business, it is good that it is your passion, no? Or it is your hobby. Y- you are interested on these things. For example, my small business is cake, no? You're I am selling cake, so my passion is to bake. Now, it was easy for me because I like baking. I like making new recipes. Yes. And in that way, I learned how to um, learned how business works. I learned how to deal with customers, how to compute, of course, and how to give change. Very easy. Now, in planning simple products to sell, in this part, young boys and girls like you can be potential entrepreneurs. I know we all want to earn money, especially that we are in pandemic. Um, we want to help our parents, no? So in every um, in everything that we can do, we really want to help. So maybe this is your starting point. Maybe this is the sign. So you are going to use your creativity and resourcefulness as well as your skill to create simple products to sell. To ensure that your products will be sold, you need to make a simple survey, whether in your school or in your neighborhood, to identify what your potential customers need. So, what is a survey? How will you do this survey? So, a simple survey can be an interview with some classmates or with some friends in your school, or if you intend to sell in school. No, but today, it is not yet possible to sell in school because you are not allowed to go to school yet. But you may have an interview or you may conduct your survey in residents in the neighborhood, no? Look around you to find out. Look around you so you may find out what they need or what is already available in the neighborhood. If it is not enough to meet the demand, then make a decision on whether to create the products needed and what product it would be. This is a very important step. No? You need to first have a survey. Okay. So, but there are 6 steps that you must follow. Okay, here are the steps that will guide you in making your own simple products. First, we have design your products. Make a sketch of the products you have in your mind. You must create your own identity. Okay, design your products. Mom, what if I want to sell foods like me? I am selling cake. Should I design? Yes, you may design your own products. You may design your cake. So make a sketch or research through the internet. What are the popular cakes nowadays? No? If you want to sell banana Q, so you have to think of a you have to think of what will be my identity that my neighbor or my friends will remember that this is um, who wants barbecue or this is who wants banana Q. No, you have to think, you have to design it. Number 2, decide what materials to use. Very important. You have to have first the materials. Unleash your creativity by choosing the right materials for your products. Consider the availability and cost when selecting the materials. Okay, so let's move on. Now, in number 3, you have to create the products. In this step, create first the initial version of the product. You may look for other person to assist you. You may opt to create a prototype of the product if possible, or you may go directly to the creation of the first version using the real materials. Don't forget to document everything as you will be creating more of it in the future. Now, this is a very important step. For example, you are going to sell foods, no? You're going to sell banana Q. So first you have to have a trial. Now you have to first cook your first product and you are going to taste it. You have to have um, a taste test. Okay, for number 4, we have here evaluate the first version and make the necessary adjustments or changes. So assuming that you have finished um, making your initial product or your first product, so you have to evaluate it um, if it is lacking something or if it needs improvement. So it says, have a good look with your product. You may also ask suggestions from your parents, relatives, and friends for improvements. Make the necessary adjustments on the design, then document the changes. Don't forget. After which, go back to step 3, continue the adjustment until you are satisfied with the quality of your products. And number 5, determine the price of your products. Compute the cost incurred in making the products. You may also include miscellaneous cost and creativity fee for the effort exerted. The sum of the cost determines the wholesale price of your product. You may double this amount to get the retail price of your product. For example, let's say you're planning to sell barbecue. So you have to consider the fare in going to the market. Include that in your computations. You have to consider the barbecue sticks, the spices needed, no? The uling, the what else? The sauce, no? Everything that is included in your materials the materials that you're going to buy, include that in your computation. And the last step is advertise your product. Promote your products either by using printed materials or online. On the other way, make sure you use high quality pictures of your product. You may also promote your product during programs or gatherings in your school or community where there are more target customers. So this is very popular nowadays that there is Facebook, there is Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Now you can promote or you can post your products there and invite more customers to buy your products. No, it is very simple nowadays. As long as you have an internet, you have a phone with a good camera, post your product, and then there you have it. You are now promoting it. You are now promoting your product, and um, you are selling it in a good way that you are advertising your product. So that's it. That those are the 6 steps that will guide you to in making your own simple product. Okay, now for the next part is producing simple products to sell. Once you have identified the needs or the people in your school or community to have identified the products you want to produce, you can now plan your budget, the materials and the tools needed, and the schedule of the operation. So always remember your budget, the materials, and the tools needed. So you may start now your your operation or your selling, or when will you start your business. If you do not have the skills to produce a product, you can buy the products from its primary source where it is cheaper, or buy the product in bulk or in wholesale, then repack it in smaller quantities for retailing. For example, is Shopee. Thank you, Shopee. Now, in Shopee, there are many wholesalers. You can browse there, and they are giving um, fair prices or lower prices for wholesale. Now, when we say wholesale, you are going to buy in bulk, no? So they will give you a price, a starting price where um, you can add, no? You can add to its retail price. So, for example, in Shopee, you're going to sell footwears, no? And in Shopee, you found out that the footwear that you are going to sell is only cost 90 pesos. That is only an example. So you can sell it in 150 pesos, no? So the that is some choices if you do not have the skill to produce. Simple products like roasted peanuts, varieties of cookies, pumpkin seeds, corn chips, cakes, cupcakes, polvorone, candies like pastillas, yema, and varieties of hard candies, accessories like bracelets, necklace, headbands, and the like, which are popular among students in schools, are saleable items. Nowadays, the very saleable in social media are clothes, no? For us girls, there are many online sellers in Facebook who are selling dress, tops, um, bottoms. There are also shoes, and some also are selling their food products there in Facebook. We have there um, some available snacks, or even the fruits, they are posting it online, no? So that's it. Now let's move on to the next activity that you are going to answer. In what's more, the directions say select select from the oblong the simple products you can produce from the following ingredients in the column. Put them in the correct column. Okay, so inside the oblong, there are words. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 words. So these are simple products. We have polvorone, peanut brittle, hot cake, buko salad, salted peanut, turon, puto, cake, banana cue, bukayo, kutsinta, peanut butter. So you are going to put these simple products in its correct column. In each column, we have flour. So these are the ingredients, the main ingredients in each simple product: flour, banana, coconut, and peanut. So if you think that this product has this ingredient, then put it in its proper column. Okay, so you may now start answering. Now let's move on to the part what I have learned. Fill in the blanks with the correct word to complete the sentence. Choose the answer from the box. So let's all answer this together. So inside the box, we have budget, creative, tools, inventive, materials, and resourceful. So let us complete the sentence using these words. Potential entrepreneur are blank, blank, and blank. Once you have decided what products to produce, prepare your blank, 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 and schedule of operation. Okay, so let's answer. Potential entrepreneur are, yes, very good. Creative, the next one, inventive, and resourceful. Very good. Once you have decided what products to produce, prepare your budget, tools, materials, and schedule of operation. Okay, so very good. We have already answered this activity. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the what I can do activity. So you in this part you are going to answer this one in a paragraph form. You may write your answer in the space provided, or you may answer it in a separate sheet. So the question is, if you are given the chance to prepare simple products to sell, what food are they and why? Okay, so this is now your chance to tell or to tell to express your thoughts about having a small business. Okay, so write it down on the blank or on the space provided below. So let's move on to the next activity, which is the assessment. Now let's see how much you have learned today. So in letter A is in multiple choice. The directions: what simple products do you produce for the following pictures? Circle the letter that does not belong to the group. Again, circle the letter that does not belong to the group. For number 1, you have there a picture of a banana. A, maruya. B, turon. C, chips. D, peanut butter. For number 2, we have there a picture of a coconut. So which does not belong to the group? A, bukayo. B, juice. C, puto. D, salad. For number 3, which does not belong to the group according to the picture: A, chips. B, hot cake. C, donut. D, shakoy. For number 3, the picture shows flour. Number 4, I think those are beads. A, necklace. B, glass. C, earrings. D, bag. And for number 5, these are peanuts. A, butter. B, salted. C, brittle. D, kutsinta. Okay, remember to circle the correct letter. Okay, for letter B is in true or false. The directions: write T if the statement is correct, and F if it is not. Again, write letter T only if the statement is correct and letter F if it is not. Number 6, you can be an entrepreneur by using your creativity and resourcefulness. Number 7, to ensure that your products can be sold, you need to make a survey. Number 8, prepare your budget, tools, and materials once you decided on what product to prepare. Number 9, design a product that will guide you in making your own simple products. And number 10, you can produce salad using flour as one of the ingredients. Okay, so on the next activity, which is the additional activities, letter A, below are sample of production areas. Think of what goods and services can be made from each production. The first row is answered for you. So in the production, we have beadworks, fruits, and then fish. In the next column, we have goods, and in the third column are the services. Beadworks are already done for you or already answered for you. The goods that we can make for beadworks are purse, bag, and bracelet. And the services that can be um, produced or that can be produced by beadworks from beadworks is to put up small industry at home. Okay, so you are going to write your answer for fruits and fish. Next activity in letter B, so we have here a semantic web. The directions say, using the semantic web, identify the steps in making your own product. Write it in your activity notebook. So in your activity notebook or in a separate sheet, or you may write it on the on your in the module. So write it in each line, no? In each line, write the steps in making your own product. Okay, so I think that's it for today's lesson. So I will see you all next week. I hope you enjoyed and learned from our lesson today. Thank you and goodbye. See you all next week.